Hello, good evening Canada, and welcome to the Canada Cup. It's Benoit Huot from Richmond at the Olympic Oval, and Canada will be playing their fifth match of the round robin against Japan. Probably their biggest opponent so far. They are ranked second in the world, and they won a bronze medal at the Paralympic Games. And it's one of the teams that have progressed quite well over the past 5 years. And one of the reasons of that is probably Coach Kevin Orr, and that name might sound familiar for some of you. Coach Orr was the coach of Team Canada between 2009 and 2016 and helped Canada win a silver medal at the Paralympics in 2012. So the progression, when I talk about how well the Japanese team has been doing over the past 5 years, is certainly their results at the Paralympics, but also the World Championships. So a bronze medal in 2016 in Rio at the Paralympics, world champion, so they're the defending champion, world champion in 2018, and also another bronze at the Tokyo Paralympic Games at home last summer. So it's certainly going to be a tough opponent, and also they have a nice progression at the Canada Cup. They were fourth in 2014, third in 2016, second at the last Canada Cup in 2018. They're looking for a gold medal. But Canada will be there, of course. They are undefeated at this Canada Cup with 4 wins and 0 loss. They have qualified this morning after winning against Great Britain, and they will most likely play against Japan tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Alors c'est une grande partie qui s'en vient, la 5e pour l'équipe canadienne. Ils sont invaincus jusqu'ici à cette Coupe Canada. Ils joueront contre le Japon. Ils sont classés 2e au monde. Ils sont certainement une équipe avec une grande progression dans les dernières années. Ils ont remporté le bronze à Rio en 2016. Ils sont les champions du monde en titre en 2018. Également le bronze à la maison à Tokyo l'été dernier aux Jeux paralympiques. Et la progression, elle est fulgurante à la Coupe Canada. Ils avaient terminé 4e en 2014, 3e en 2016, médaille d'argent en 2018 à la dernière édition. Ils vont tout faire pour remporter la médaille d'or demain contre le Canada. So stay tuned. We will go to the court for the first quarter against Japan and Canada, and it will be an exciting one.
Handle it, and yeah, either way, I think we're in for a good one. Both teams are deep, and I think that even when you see subs come in, you won't see much of a drop-off from either team.
Yeah, I agree. I think that we'll probably see these coaches have probably set a goal to try and win a quarter or a half, but they will be focused on tomorrow, and I'm sure we'll see most of the players on the bench on the court at some point in time. So starting for Canada, the 3-5-2-2.5 line with Medel, Rodriguez, Morau, and Caldwell, and looks like Japan will be starting 3-3-1-1 as Ike tips the ball to himself and then puts it ahead to Daisuke, who has struggles with the ball off the bat and is forced to use a timeout to save possession.
Yeah, I think that's got to be a record for the quickest timeout used here. We got a timeout 8 seconds into the game, and yeah, I think that one just slipped out of Daisuke's hands, and Japan will retain possession as he calls the timeout.
Did I call him Ike? It's Ikezaki, right? So
Ikezaki, yes.
I think I said Ike. Okay, there's the inbound to Ike, to Ikezaki.
Yeah, you should know a thing or two about these guys, Frosty.
I do know their names. Ikezaki moving backwards and forwards, and oh! Tough catch by number 23, Ogawa.
Yeah, I think it's, as you see Ikezaki come around here and do the pass and just missed it. And Canada will get the ball, and looks like Cody Caldwell is proud to score the first try of the game. So a little bit of a different start here to the game as we've already seen a timeout and a turnover.
Long pass by Ike to Ikezaki.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of the Japanese aerial attack in this game. They have one of the best aerial games in the world, so that's on display here early.
Morau to inbound to Caldwell on the close side. Moves up the sidelines. Hits Morau. One man to beat to get it over half and gets it to Zach Medel, who's guarded by Ike. And now Ikazaki, nice pick by Rodriguez to free up Medell, who spots Caldwell here by the near cone, and Canada is a 2-1 lead. Ike, the ball at center, gets it to Ikazaki, and Ikazaki misses Ogawa there in the far corner, and that's 2 turnovers we've seen from Japan now, and just over a minute of play.
Yeah, it looks like just a little bit of miscommunication there between Ikazaki and his low pointer, and we see Japan facing some of the first adversity we've seen them face here in the tournament.
It's a difficult play for Caldwell. Catches the ball right on the center line and is forced to use timeout. Heads up call by him. Both of these teams seem to be taking their time getting into the game.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a different style where what we have seen is 2 of the best teams in the tournament so far seem to both maybe be taking a little time to get into the game, and we'll see if they're able to settle down and get back to normal here.
And there's Caldwell unmarked by the try line of Japan again, and Canada now has a 3-1 lead. Ike met by Rodriguez, but manages to get over half. Looking for Ikazaki. Splits Caldwell and Medell. Scores try for Team Japan. Morale to inbound. Finds Caldwell. Back to Morale right away. Medell. Time getting low. He's over. 4-2 for Canada.
Nice pass there by Medell, finding Morale on the back door for the try.
Ike, defended by the 2 Class 2s from Canada, but manages to get 3. He's going to meet Medell before he hits the try line. Turns back towards the cone where he came from. Runs into the wall of Canada's defense there.
Canada getting in their key here. Japan with only 15 seconds.
Ikazaki with the ball. Looking for Ike in the far corner. 6 seconds to go on the try clock. There's Ike back to 10 seconds in the key, called by the referee.
And we see another turnover here for the Japanese team as the Canadians' key defense showing some teeth here in the early going. And it looks like we have some subs coming in here for the Japanese side.
Coach Orr mixing things up here right away. Obviously needs to give that line a bit of a break to let them reset. So they struggled early in this game.
Yeah, that's a line that we've seen have a lot of success. So perhaps it's just a little chance to reset here and get back on their game as we've seen them fall behind here a little bit in the early going.
Medell to Caldwell, met by Shimakawa. Dumps it off to Medell. Medell's able to punch it in the far corner, and 5-2 for Canada. Ball comes in to Hashimoto, defended by Medell. Turns back to pick up his pick, Hasegawa. Oh, dancing with the ball on the center line. Lucky to not have a violation there, but gets the ball to Shimakawa, who will score Japan's 3rd try of the match.
Yeah, we've seen Japan, just with a couple unforced errors, but it's also been good defensive pressure here from the Canadians. You saw them take a stab there at half, and we're very close to creating another turnover.
There's Morale, wide open by the Japanese try line, and Caldwell finds him.
Yeah, great pass there from Caldwell.
Ball comes in to Hashimoto, finds Shimakawa, who was able to beat Morale and score Japan's 4th try. Morale inbounds to Medel, guarded by Hashimoto, excuse me. Finds Morale, guarded by Ogawa, helped out by Rodriguez. And Medel is able to barge through there.
Yeah, Medel using that that power that only few in the world have there, and is able to blow right across the try line.
Hasegawa to inbound. Finds Hashimoto. One-on-one with Medel, looking to move the ball, but now picks up his picker. Squeezes between the two Canadian defenders and around Caldwell, and will score Japan's 5th try. Japan trailing by 2, about halfway through this first quarter.
It looks like we have a contact warning here on Canada, number 9. Caldwell, of course, with the contact before the whistle rule, you're allowed 1 warning in each half, so that will serve as Canada's first warning, and the next contact will be a penalty.
Morale with the give and go with Rodriguez, moves the ball to Medel, who hesitates for a moment, and then beats Shimakawa over the center line. Canada setting up their half-court offense. Japan is back in their key. Medel coming close side. Now takes the ball to the far side. Looks like that corner's wide open, and sure enough, Medel's able to wheel through to score Canada's 8th try and regain their 3-goal lead.
Yeah, nice corner seal there from Rodriguez.
Ogawa gets the ball into Hashimoto. Finds Shimakawa, defended by Caldwell. Now Medel. And Ogawa receives that outlet pass from Shimakawa and is able to score Japan's 6th try.
Yeah, we're starting to see some flow here from both sides, as we also see our first equipment time out of the game. Looks like we got a flat tire here for Shimakawa, but that trusty equipment staff able to get a new tire on there in no time.
Give and go between Morale and Rodriguez. Moves the ball ahead to Caldwell, still in Canada's backcourt here though. Ahead to Medel, front court now. Medel accelerates past Shimakawa and through Hashimoto. 6-9, Canada in the lead. Ogawa to inbound. Hasegawa is able to help Hashimoto get free, receives the ball, and finds Shimakawa for Japan's 7th try. Caldwell to inbound this time. Hits Medel. Medel surveying the court. Finds Caldwell. Caldwell turns away from the try line. Gives the ball back to Medel. Japan back in their key. The ball's on the far side. Caldwell's there. In between Shimakawa and Hashimoto. 10 tries to 7 for Canada. 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Shimakawa met by Medel. Nice job by Ogawa to help his high pointer get the ball over half. However, Medel recovers to stop his momentum.
Big collision there from Shimakawa and Medel. Two heavy bodies and heavy hitters in the world.
Canada gets back in the key, and now we'll see Japan's half-court offense. Hashimoto hits Medel. Shimakawa gives it to Hasegawa, who scores his first goal of the game.
Yeah, good job there for
First try of the
Hasegawa,
game.
getting in a good position and protecting the ball correctly, and scores the try for Japan.
Medel gets the ball over half. Moving forward slowly. One-on-one. Takes the ball to the far side. Gives it to Medell, or Caldwell, who has nowhere to go. Ball checked out of his hands. Turnover Canada. Hashimoto finds Shimakawa.
Nice play there for Shimakawa, knocking the ball out of Caldwell's hands, and Japan able to get one of those turnovers back and looking to close this game to a one-try match.
So Japan, half-court offense again, looking to manage the clock here. Morale takes a shot at the ball, unable to knock it free, and Shimakawa pops it over top of Medell to Hashimoto, who is awarded the try. Ball comes into Medell, guarded by both Japanese high pointers. Picks up Rodriguez and then moves the ball to Morale. Turns back, gives the ball back to Medell.
Yeah, it looks like Canada's trying to hold for last goal here. There's about a 6-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock.
Yeah, so we'll see at what time they attempt to score the try and see if they can defend afterwards. Well, it looks like they're going to use a timeout to give themselves an opportunity to score last goal, and in fact they do.
This is what we in the business call Toronto. As Canada runs down the game clock to 15 seconds, uses the timeout, and that will reset the shot clock, giving them just 15 seconds here to score the last goal. But it does help ensure that if they are able to score, that there won't be as much time on the clock for the Japanese to counter.
So Whitehead and Hirschfield in the game to give Canada a bit more height for this last key attack. Whitehead gives the ball to Medell. And Mattel is going to easily score with 2.4 seconds to go in the quarter. Canada has a 2-goal lead and the possession to start the next quarter, which will give them the opportunity to go ahead by 3. So that's it, the end of the first quarter.
11-9 after the first quarter for Canada. What a fantastic start. And a few turnovers, and even Cody Cadwell dropped one about a minute in towards the end, and that was not necessarily an easy one, but they got it back, and well thought, great chemistry for Team Canada so far. I think they are on a roll. Of course, you want to build that confidence and try to sleep well tonight and get a win, but what matters the most, of course, will be tomorrow for that gold medal game at 1 o'clock. Alors, c'est un super bon premier quart pour l'équipe canadienne, 11-9. Alors, c'est de bon augure, bien sûr. Il y a quelques revirements. Même Cody Caldwell a perdu le ballon à 1 minute avant la fin, mais on a vu vraiment l'expérience de l'équipe canadienne, particulièrement la grande vedette Zach Medell qui contrôle bien le ballon, est en confiance, et certainement c'est important de remporter ce match pour avoir la confiance pour demain, mais ce qui est le plus important bien sûr sera de remporter la victoire demain pour avoir la médaille d'or. Alors on retourne sur le terrain dans quelques instants. We will go back to the court in just a few seconds for the second quarter. Another 8 minutes, and hopefully Canada will keep that momentum.
Sports who put on this event every couple of years.
So we see Canada sticking with the lineup they brought there with 15 seconds to go at the end of the first quarter, still with the Whitehead Hirschfield line.
And Japan will bring Ikazaki and Ike back out with Norimatsu and Hasegawa. High lows versus high lows. Medell is able to score Canada's 12th try in the opening try of the second quarter. Norimatsu to inbound. Finds Ike guarded by Medell. Hirschfield comes in to try to stop the first chair. However, Ikazaki has the ball over half now and gets the ball to Ike in Japan's first try of this quarter. Hirschfield to inbound, finds Medell. Medell turns and comes up the near side. Easily gets by Norimatsu and has a 2-on-1 with Whitehead versus Ikazaki. A little bit miscommunication between the two there. However, Medell is easily able to wheel into the far corner.
Yeah, not the cleanest 2-on-1 there from the Canadians, but they were able to execute in the end.
Low pointer Hasagawa coming back to inbound here. Hits Ike. He's looking to move the ball. No. Gets it to Ikazaki. Ikazaki is unable to cross half on his first attempt and is now looking to get the ball. Runs out of time. It's a 12-second violation, and that will be Canada's ball now with 7:01 to go.
Yeah, some good defense there from the Canadians, and a nice recovery there from Zach Medell. Kind of stopped Ikazaki right before the half court line and couldn't find a receiver before the 12-second clock ran out.
And that's the unofficial fourth turnover by these two athletes.
Unofficial, yes. We
are not tracking it.
We are not statisticians. We are just the broadcast duo.
So Canada now with a 4-goal lead. Norimatsu inbounds the ball to Ike, who turns to follow him up the court. 3 Canadian defenders here. Oh, and the ball goes off his front end and an attempted dribble and another turnover by this line. Coach Orr is going to use a bench timeout here. Try to reset his players.
And you know, there it's good defense from Hirschfield, but it's nothing too special. We just see Ike dribble the ball off his front bumper, and Coach Orr is taking a timeout to try to steady his troops here.
I'm a little surprised. You know, I'm not surprised that, you know, let me rephrase that. They came out in the first quarter a little flat and then sat for a few minutes. I'm really surprised to see them not being able to turn it up a little bit here in at the start of the second quarter.
Yeah, you know, you would think, you know, veteran athletes just need a little bit of a secondary set here, but they still seem to be trying to find their way into this game. And, you know, we see Canada scoring to go up 5 here, and you got to find your way here pretty quick if you want this to be a close game.
Medell finds Whitehead wide open after a nice seal by Hirschfield. This close corner to us. Norimatsu to inbound. Sure he'll hit Ike over top of the 2 Canadian defenders. Ike to Ikazaki on the far side. 1-on-1 with Medell. Pick comes in. And a long pass to Norimatsu. And Japan has its 11th try of the game. Hirschfield to inbound. To Whitehead. Goes up the far side. 2-on-1. And this time the 2 high pointers from Canada are on the same page and pop the ball in pretty easily.
Good communication there from Whitehead, asking Medell for the seal, and that 2-on-1 works a lot better than their last one.
Ike to Ikazaki. A couple of names we'll be calling a lot, I'm sure. Bit of a late hit or hitting the back wheel there by Whitehead on Ikazaki, and Whitehead will spend 60 seconds or less in the box.
Yeah, we'll have to see the replay here, but it did look a little late live. But yeah, so we'll see Whitehead head to the box here.
So there's Ikazaki with the ball. Whitehead comes in and I'd say gets him behind the axle.
Yeah, I would agree with the referee's call there. There's a reason they're doing that, and we're here in the broadcast booth. They more often than not get the call right.
Ike. Canada. Whitehead calls inbounder here.
Yeah, Whitehead calls inbounder. Not the typical look for the Canadian squad, so we'll see if Japan's able to get something defensively out of this high point inbound.
Whitehead finds Medell out by center. And Medell with his speed will easily score Canada's 17th try of this game. 5-try lead for Team Canada. Ike with the ball, fouled by Hirschfield. Pretty good at getting his hand on those balls, but not that time.
Yeah, he's one of the he unofficially leads I think the world in strips by a Class 1. Once again, another unofficial stat here from the broadcast booth.
Full of unofficial stats here. Ike, Zaki to Ike. And Japan will score easily with the man advantage, of course. Hirschfield heads back to the ball to inbound. Medel gets first touch. Comes to the close side and then up the middle. Pump fake by Medel. 25 seconds to go on the try clock. Whitey is in the key, receives the pass, and scores the try.
Yeah, good recovery there from the Canadians, and good defensive recovery by the Japanese, making Canada really think about attacking there.
Norimatsu to Ikezaki. And past Rodriguez. Breakaway try. Team Japan. 4-try lead still. Canada try to get it back to 5.
We see Rodriguez and Whitehead running the screen here.
Hirschfield to Whitehead. Following his pickers against Ike. Gets a bit of help from Medel. Gets the ball over half. And then passes it to Medel. Japan sets up. Key. Whitehead swings towards Ikezaki. The referee blows her whistle. Sounds like she just had an error there, so they're going to reset the shot clock and give Canada the inbound. I think she thought that there were 4 players in the key and then realized there wasn't.
yeah, it's just an inadvertent whistle, and Canada will retain possession.
Okay, ball to Medel, who hits Whitehead in the close cone to us here. Whitehead scores the try for Canada, and they have a 5-try lead again. Norimatsu.
Yeah, the Canadians so far have been pretty sharp with their soft and high passes inside the key, and it's been effective for them to this point.
Ike to Ikezaki, stopped by Rodriguez. Back to Ike, who manages to score the try and absorbs the contact from Medel at the same time.
Yeah, that's a big hit there from Medel. It looked like Ike had lots of room, but Medel made it close there at the cone and was almost able to cause Ike to hit the cone. As we see here, big hit from Medel, one of the heaviest hitters in the world for my money. And we see Ike get up here, no worse for wear.
All right, Hirschfield to inbound again. To Mike Whitehead. Got a picker to follow. Stopped by Norimatsu. Moves the ball ahead to Medel. Guarded by Ike. Manages to get in front of him, which is a good job. Stopped by Ikezaki. However, nice job by Hirschfield to give Medel a lane in the far corner from us.
Yeah, nice corner seal there from Hirschfield. Just able to keep his big wheel on Ike there and prevent him from getting in front of Medel there.
Hasegawa. Bump pass to Ikezaki over top of Ike. Ikezaki streaks ahead, past Whitehead and Hirschfield, and 16th try for Team Japan. 4-goal lead still, 4-try lead for Team Canada still. Hirschfield to Whitehead. Pops it ahead to Medel. Surrounded by Japanese defenders. Gets it back to Whitehead. 2-on-1, Whitehead and Hirschfield against Ikezaki. And Whitey scores Canada's 21st try. 3:19 to go in the half here. Norimatsu to Ike. Assaulted by Whitehead.
Yeah, some aggression there from Whitehead as he tried to get the ball there, but to no avail, and got to a lot of the arm of Ike, and he will spend some time in the box.
Substitutions here as Japan comes back out with Shimakawa, Hashimoto, Ogawa.
Yeah, so back to this line that was effective for Japan in the second half of the first quarter, and we'll see if they're able to have the same success.
Hashimoto to Shimakawa. Not in any rush as Whitehead's in the box, trying to get themselves an advantage for when they switch to defense here. And Shimakawa finally crosses the try line. Whitehead is called inbounder. It's got Medell as an option, guarded by 2 Japanese players. But turns on the Jets and streaks.
Yeah, we see Hashimoto there in a drag race with the veteran Medell, and Medell wins that one.
Ogawa to Shimakawa. Guarded by Hirschfield. Launches the ball deep. Nice job by Hashimoto to receive that pass. Turns. Gets past Medell. Scores the try for Japan. 4-goal game still. Canada ball. Hirschfield to inbound. 2:39 left in the first half. Ball into Medell. Turns and heads up the far side. Now following his picker, Rodriguez. And then once again sees the matchup with Hashimoto and decides to exploit it.
Yeah, good patience there from Medell, and change of speed is something that can be absolutely killer in rugby, and there Medell used it to his advantage.
Hashimoto 2-on-1 with Shimakawa against Medell. Hard to stop. Hirschfield to inbound. Hits Medell, and Medell is over half. Gets the ball to Whitehead, guarded by Shimakawa. Gives it back to Medell. 20 seconds to go on the try clock. Medell with the ball, heading to the far cone. Hirschfield's in the key. Running out of time. Canada's going to have to use a timeout to stop the 10-second violation, as it didn't look like Hirschfield was able to get out of the key there.
Yeah, good defensive stand there from the Japanese. As we once again see this substitution line able to make some plays here and cause a Canadian timeout.
Substitutions for Team Canada as Dagenet and Lavoie come in for Whitehead and Hirschfield. Last couple minutes of this half.
Yeah, a little veteran for veteran sub as we see 2 veterans exit and 2 veterans enter for the Canadian squad.
Medell with the ball. 9 seconds to go on the try clock. Nothing open at this time. Medell tries to power through. There's Lavoie, and he's able to receive the ball on the try line and score for Canada with 1:32 to go in the half. Ogawa hits Hashimoto. Gets the ball to Shimakawa, guarded by 3 Canadians, and there's Hashimoto wide open on the far side. So it remains a 4-try game. Dagenet to inbound. Hits Medell. Medell over half. Japan's retreating to its key. Medell turns away. And with 1:05 to go in the half here, it looks like they're going to try to manage the clock to set up last goal. Lavoie is wide open in the middle of the key. Good communication by him, and Medell finds him.
Yeah, good seal there from Rodriguez to open Lavoie up, and Canada gets to score when they want there on 55.
Hashimoto with the ball, the close side, over half, and past Dagenet. Hits the brakes, and it sounds like Japan might be going for last goal here, if I understand the play that Coach Orr is calling. Shimakawa with the ball, guarded by 2 Canadian defenders. Moves to the far side, protecting the ball. Calls the timeout with 15 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, you know, earlier in the first quarter we mentioned it's sometimes referred to as a Toronto, and Coach Orr was calling it a Tokyo here to our right.
Substitutions, they're going to bring in the tall EK for Shimakawa. execute this key offense. Hashimoto will start with the ball after the inbound by Ogawa. Fabs pretends to attack to make him touch. That corner looks wide open, and Hashimoto's, it looks like he must have gone in and out. No goal, turnover Japan. Canada has 8 seconds to attempt to extend this lead to 6 before half.
Yeah, big call there for the Canadians. Let's see if they can convert.
Lavoie gets the ball first. Time ticking down. He's going to have to send it. There's Medel. And he's unable to secure it before he crosses the goal line. Nice attempt by Canada.
Yeah, great attempt there by Canada. Just to go over what happened there with the last 8 seconds there was an in and out call, which means that the offensive player had one wheel over and wasn't able to get the second one over before coming out. So due to that, we got an in and out call, and Japan wasn't able to get that goal that they wanted, but Canada just barely unable to convert there.
So at the end of the first half, let's just have a look at the replay first here, see if we can see this in and out.
5:20 at halftime for Canada. It's looking good. They are really, really playing well. You can tell the speed of Medel, the precision of Mike Whitehead, really a fantastic start of this last game for Team Canada in the round-robin tournament. 16 minutes left, so the guys are resting, they're stretching, they're preparing, focusing. But so far, I think the strategy is working. You can tell that they're in a great zone. They are playing the best rugby they've done in many years. And Coach R from the Japanese team must be wondering what's happening with his former team, but because they are actually doing really well. Alors c'est un excellent début de match. On est à la mi-temps, 25-20 pour le Canada, 5 points d'avance. C'est assez extraordinaire considérant que les Japonais sont la deuxième puissance mondiale. Ils sont les champions du monde en titre, avaient remporté la médaille de bronze lors des derniers Jeux paralympiques à la maison, à Tokyo. Alors c'est de bon augure pour l'équipe canadienne. Ça va certainement leur donner énormément de confiance en direction pour le match de la médaille d'or qui aura lieu demain à 13h, heure du Pacifique. So Canada is looking really sharp. As we've said, of course, now it's to stay calm, to keep that strategy, keep the momentum, to make sure that you minimize the mistake. And it's an exciting game. Honestly, I'm quite lucky to be here this evening in Richmond to really witness this from my own eyes, because it's quite something to see Canada playing at its best. And I, again, would love to reiterate that Canada, we could actually witness history tomorrow. Canada has never won Canada Cup in 8th edition. So this is the 9th edition. America, the United States, has won 6 times, and Australia won twice in 2012 and 2014. And Canada came second 3 times. They won silver in 2010, 2012, and 2014. And they are going to go back to that gold medal game. It's official now, of course. After winning against Great Britain earlier today, they qualify for the gold medal game, and they will play against Japan. So again, this is all to build up that confidence, to make sure that tomorrow is going to be the day that counts the most. Alors c'est de bon augure, comme on le disait bien sûr, pour l'équipe canadienne. Alors qu'est-ce qu'on fait dans ces moments? J'ai jamais été dans un sport d'équipe, mais l'important, je crois que c'est de garder le moral. Moi, dans une autre vie, j'étais un nageur, mais c'est de garder le moral, de se concentrer, de s'assurer que la stratégie d'équipe fonctionne. Il y a différentes stratégies, bien sûr, des différentes lignes aussi. Hein, comme je vous l'expliquais un peu plus tôt, c'est 8 points sur le terrain pour une équipe de rugby en fauteuil roulant. Un athlète comme Zach Medel, qui est celui qui est souvent en attaque pour l'équipe canadienne, compte pour 3,5 points. Alors, il faut s'assurer que les 3 autres joueurs ont maximum 5,5 points. Et la combinaison des 4 joueurs doit être maximum 8 points. So we will go back to that second half of the game, 25-20 for Team Canada. So it's looking good, and we might see an undefeated Canada going into gold medal game tomorrow.
Shane Smith, who said he was at home watching the broadcast. So, hello, Shane. Hope you're enjoying the game as well.
And feeling better.
Yes, of course. So we'll see what line Japan comes out here with to match this the starting line of the Canadians.
Looks like it's going to be starting line versus starting line, if I'm remembering it correctly, with MIA, Gawa, Ike, and Ikezaki.
Yeah, so unofficially we got starting line on starting line. Once again, another unofficial stat here from the table.
We are the king of unofficial statistics.
Yeah.
Kings.
I don't know if that's the title we want, but we'll take it.
All right, Ikezaki with the ball. Oh, wide open in the corner. Nice seal by Ogawa behind Morale. We have a 4-try game early in the third quarter. Morale inbounds to Caldwell, who hits Medell deep ahead of all of the Japanese defenders. And just like that, 15 seconds in, we've got 2 tries in this half already.
Yeah, well, last half we already saw a turnover by this point, so it's been a better start for both teams.
Ike, guarded by 2 Canadian defenders, and does a nice job to get around them, and will now attack Morale in the close corner. Scores Japan's 2nd try of this half. Morale to inbound, hits Medell, guarded by MIA and Ikezaki. Manages to get free and gets the ball over half. Settles it down, comes near side and manages to squeeze into that corner. Ike inbounds to Ikezaki, guarded by Rodriguez. Nice job by him to slow him down. Now Medell will come in, force the pass, gets it to Ike, who flirts with that over and back, but finds MIA deep, and 23rd try for Japan.
Yeah, once again, we see Canada trying to take a stab there at the half-court line.
Give and go, Morale to Rodriguez, back to Morale, ahead to Medell, one-on-one with Ike, and that's a mismatch speed-wise for Medell, and he exploits it and scores the try for Canada. Ogawa to inbound. It's Ike. Ahead to Ikezaki. Covered by 3 Canadian defenders, so he gets the ball back to Ike. MIA's open deep. Has to turn back for the ball, so he gives it to Ikezaki.
Nice recovery there from Caldwell.
Ikezaki around Medell. Scores in the far corner. Medell to inbound, or Morale to inbound. To Medell. Slowly working his way to center. Pump fake. Accelerates and gets over half. Comes close side with the ball. 20 seconds to go on the try clock. Canada's in no rush yet. And they kind of pull back to set up their half-court offense. Oh, and that's going to be an easy goal. Oh, no. Nice job by Ikezaki to stop Medell. And however, Ikezaki must have gone out of bounds. And
yeah, it was a good hit there from Caldwell to help out his teammate Medell, and he hits Ikezaki out of bounds. And it won't be a penalty goal. Ikezaki will make his way to the box, and Canada will get a chance to score 4-on-3.
Caldwell to inbound. Morale's wide open, given the man advantage. Canada will take their time as they set up their defense here before they score.
Looks like Canada's trying to trap the inbounder, or trap Ikezaki in the penalty box and force him to call inbounder. We'll see what happens. Indeed, he does call inbounder, and we'll see if Canada's able to get anything out of this look.
Ikezaki looking for Ike, hits him, absorbs the contact from Morale, gives it back to Ikezaki, one-on-one at center with Medell, and then gets the ball to Ogawa deep, who did a great job of being an outlet. Caldwell to inbound. Medell through the Japanese defenders. Around Ike. Try. Canada maintaining this 5-try lead. 5:24 to go in the third. Teams are settling down a bit. Just seem to be trading goals here for the last little while.
Yeah, I think this is more what we expected when we started the game. both teams seem to be in a pretty good flow right now.
MIA to Ike, guarded by the 2-2s from Team Canada. Pops free, gets his dribble in at half. Heads far side. Medell almost gets the jump ball there. And finds Ogawa, who backs in. Morale finds Caldwell near side. Pump fakes. Turns back, then hits Morale. And Morale will score the try for Canada.
Yeah, nice pass there from Caldwell to Morale, two guys that know each other well, training partners back in Ontario.
Ikazaki with the ball, halfway to the center line. Heads up. Finds Ogawa for what unofficially is his third try in a row.
Yes. Yes.
Caldwell to inbound. Chooses to give it to Rodriguez on the give and go. Now turns to follow his picker up the court. Heads up. Finds Medell. Covered by the two Japanese high pointers close to center. Moves it to Morale. Looking to get it back to Medell, who finds him wide open up the middle. Canada maintaining this 5-try lead.
Yeah, nice out there from Morale. Both him and Medell showing a little tightrope dancing there along the half-court line and the sideline.
Ike to Ikazaki, the middle of the court. Finds an opening and ends Ogawa's scoring streak.
Unofficially. Oh, we're so funny.
Okay, Morale to inbound. To Caldwell. To Medell. Tic-tac-toe.
Nice pass there from Caldwell, showing no hesitation to hit Medell deep.
MIA to inbound to Ike. Quickly to Ikezaki, guarded by Caldwell, and now Medell. Finds some space up the sidelines. Isn't over half yet, and finds Ike. Slowed down by Rodriguez, and then Medell. Canada back in its half-court defense here. Whistle by the referee. Looks like it might have been 4 in the key. I think Medell is on his way to the penalty box, and with 3:39 to go in the third quarter, Japan will have the opportunity to score a shorthanded goal and make some substitutions.
Yeah, it looks like they're going back to the Hashimoto Shimikawa line.
Both teams making substitutions as Whitehead and Hirschfield come on for Canada. MIA to inbound on the sideline here. Gets it to Shimakawa. Hasegawa is on his way to try to force Medell to call inbounder after Japan scores the try. Shimakawa moving backwards and forwards. Now it looks like they've got Whitehead tied up as well. Medell does call inbounder.
It looks like we've got Japan able to try up Whitehead here. We'll see what Canada's able to do.
And Medell is forced to use the timeout after a great defensive transition there. And that's a great example of why you slow it down when you have a man advantage and try and get a great look on defense.
Yeah, you know, usually when you're 4-on-3, you're not worried about scoring the try as much as you are about trying to get something, trying to get something out of the other team there. And there we saw two great plays by Japan. First of all, trapping Medell in the box, forcing him to inbound, and then they were also able to tie up Whitehead high and kind of out of Zach's comfortable range, and we saw them able to force the timeout.
I do see 0 now under Canadian timeout, so it looks like they have no more, so they're going to have to move that ball regardless of what situation they're in moving forward here. Medell scores the try in the far cone. There's some help from Hirschfield, and 3:07 to go in the third quarter. Canada maintains its 5-try lead here against Team Japan, the last game of this round robin of the Canada Cup. These two teams will face each other tomorrow in the gold medal game, where I'm sure we'll see a much more intense start by both teams. Hashimoto with the ball, looking at the Canadian defenders' backs, and finds the corner. Hirschfield to inbound here, has Whitehead wide open. Comes near side, turns back to allow Rodriguez to set a pick for him. Gets the ball over half, past Hashimoto. And settles it down and gives it to Medell, who's going to head across the key and make a move on Shimakawa to get around him and score the try for Canada. Still at a 5-goal spread here.
Yeah, as we mentioned, both teams kind of still in that flow state. Not a lot of pressure being put on either side, but we'll see what happens here.
Bit of a side hook pass by MIA, who gets the ball to Shimakawa. Ball dangerously low to the goal line for Hashimoto. Running out of time to get it over half. Does, and gets popped by Medell, but does a great job to get by that and score the try for Team Japan.
Yeah, they're good push there from Hashimoto, and very close to a 12-second violation, but they were able to get it over just in the nick of time.
Hirschfield to Medell, quickly over center. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Medell barges between the two Japanese defenders and scores the try. Ball in to Shimakawa from MIA. Over top to Hashimoto. Guarded by Whitehead. Has a couple of pickers to follow, but moves the ball to Shimakawa, who's one-on-one versus Hirschfield, and that's a speed mismatch for the Japanese player, and he's able to score. Hirschfield to Medell. Picks up Rodriguez for some help against Hashimoto, and then gets the ball over half, where he's met by the two Japanese high pointers. Sure, he'll be in no rush to punch it in here, although he moves towards the try line and does score reasonably quickly. 1:25 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, so still a 5-point lead for the Canadians. And off the hands of Hashimoto, and it looks like it's going to be Canada ball.
Yeah, that's first turnover I think we've seen in a while, and it looked like a bit of a rush play by Shimakawa there. I'm not quite sure what he saw, but there wasn't a lot of space for Hashimoto over on that sidelines, and Medell was right there.
Yeah, it's a pretty tight window, especially with a guy as big and agile as Medell to try to thread that ball into.
Whitehead works around the pile and can score the try at will now. Sits on the goal line, try line for a moment. Surrounded by two Japanese players, so he's going to have to pull out. Still in the key. Now he's out and moves around Rodriguez. Score the try. 54.3 seconds to go. Exactly what he wanted to do. Hashimoto, defended by Whitehead. Makes the pass to Shimakawa, guarded by Rodriguez. And it looks like Team Japan is going to slow it down and try to score last goal again after their failed attempt at the end of the first half there. Shimakawa gets it to Hashimoto. 10 seconds to go on the try clock, 22 seconds to go on the game clock. 6-goal lead for Canada. Protecting the ball and uses the timeout. Japan will have one left for the fourth quarter.
It looks like Japan's going to sub in their starting line here for this last 13 seconds, and a key offense attempt here to try to cut this Canadian lead back down to 5.
MIA to inbound. Gets it to Ikezaki. 13.8 to go. Clock is ticking. Backwards and forwards. Up the middle. Tries to get through Medell and Hirschfield and then finds Ogawa sitting all alone in this close corner and scores with 1.5 seconds to go. Much better job this time by Team Japan. Hirschfield to Medell, who will just hang on to the ball while time expires. And that's the end of the third quarter. Canada still up by 5, 38-33.
Yeah, so we see the same.
And Canada's up by 5 after 3 quarters. Looks good to get to the gold medal game tomorrow. And I think what really what really happens with Canada this week is they rarely do mistake. They really control the ball. They are comfortable with their strategy, and it's quite difficult for the opponents to really try to get a turnover out of the Canadian team. So 5 points different, it might not be an easy task for Japan to get back. So I think to minimize the stress, we could try potentially to stay in the zone, avoid mistake, avoid injuries, try to get that energy level high because tomorrow will be the big day, of course. Alors c'est encore une fois une belle domination pour l'équipe canadienne et je pense que la nuance, contrairement aux autres équipes, c'est que le Canada fait très peu d'erreurs. Ils contrôlent bien le ballon, ils sont en contrôle, la stratégie fonctionne, peu importe l'équipe auquel ils font face. Et c'est excellent, du moins jusqu'à présent, ça fonctionne. Il reste 8 minutes de jeu et le Canada terminera le tournoi préliminaire avec une ronde parfaite. So let's go back to the last quarter, 8 minutes left. And Canada might finish this round robin with being undefeated.
Wheelchair Rugby Canada, and of course BC Wheelchair Sports Association.
And for Canada, we see Medell has come off the court, so we now have Whitehead, Lavoie, Hirschfield, and Desjardins against the starting line of the Japanese team, if I'm not mistaken.
Lavoie with the ball, moving towards the Japanese try line. Close corner to us. White. So.
And it looks like we have a 4 in the key call here on
EK with the last one in, so Canada will get a new try clock, and 12 seconds into this final quarter of the game, Canada will have an opportunity to score with a man advantage and extend their lead to 6. Whitehead between the two Japanese low pointers, tied up, has to move the ball to Lavoie. Dagenet moves to trap EK in the penalty box, and MIA comes over to congest things a little bit more, but EK able to get out of there. However, the ball's down. Ikazaki runs the give and go to Ogawa, gets it back to Ikazaki, has to take the long way around to get past Hirschfield. Time running down here on the 12-second count. Ball over half to Ike, who finds Curry down by the try line. MIA down by the goal line.
Some good defense there from the Canadians as they were able to force a high pressure possession there from the Japanese.
Ball comes into Whitehead. Got Dagenet to help him get free, and Lavoie guarded by the Class 1 Ogawa over half. 2 players working him towards the center half. Gets it out to Whitehead, guarded by Ikazaki. Looking to get held of that ball, double teamed. Back to Lavoie. Lots of defensive pressure here by Team Japan at the beginning of the fourth quarter. But Lavoie is able to work his way to the try line and pops it over to Whitehead on the far side, who scores the try for Team Canada.
Some good poise there shown by the Canadians. Lavoie at the half-court line, and then again there down by the try line.
Ogawa to inbound for Team Japan. He's got the tall target, Ike, off to his left. Pops it to him, who quickly moves it to Ikazaki, something we've seen many times so far this game. Ikazaki looking at the Canadians' backs and scores the try for Team Japan. Still at 5 goals, but Canada looking to extend it to 6 here. Ball comes into Whitehead. Lavoie's wide open, and he finds him for an easy try for Team Canada.
You know, for Canada here, we see a line with lots of experience on it. I wouldn't even want to hazard a guess about the number of years of experience for the 4 players on this line, but I think we've seen some of that chemistry shine through so far.
Well, I don't know exactly what year Dagenet started, or otherwise I could tell you. Because I know when Whitey and Wilvois made the team.
But
Hirschfield.
You could tell me unofficially, maybe.
I could certainly tell you unofficially. Okay, equipment timeout here for Dagenet. Looks like Whitehead's trapped by 2 players over on the far side, but must have called inbounder, gets himself out of there. Lavoie guarded deep by 2 Japanese defenders. Whitey looking for the long pass over half. There's Lavoie. Is he able to control it? He is. He's in a bit of a dangerous area, but the Japanese defense are a little late to get there, so Lavoie is able to secure the ball and give it to Whitehead, who finds Dagenet wide open on the far side.
A nice pass there from Whitehead, right into the lap of Dagenet as he's able to score the try.
Ball into Ike, ahead to Ikizaki, who's behind the Canadian defense, and will stroll across the try line. 5:58 to go in the game. Canada still leads by 5. Hirschfield to inbound. Nobody to give it to yet. There's Whitehead open in the middle.
Good job by Whitehead and Dagenet working the screen there.
Whitehead looking to pick up Dagenet. Nice job by Ikizaki to fight to get ahead of him, but Whitey's able to find Lavoie over half. Lavoie moving towards the Japanese try line, tries to split Ike and Ikizaki, but that was unsuccessful. And now tries his luck with the low pointers with the same result, but finds Whitehead in the far corner, and Whitey backs across the goal line, try line, and extends Canada's lead to 6. MIA to inbound, over top of Whitehead to Ike. Met by Hirschfield, and then Dagenet backs off a bit. Ike gets over half. 2-on-1 versus Lavoie, and goes left. Scores without passing.
And we have a player down here on the Japanese side at half court.
I think that is Ogawa. As the equipment people come to right his wheelchair. I've purposely not said fallen out of his chair last couple of games, just for you, Joel.
Yes, he is in his chair, so he is just fallen over.
4 new players come on the court for Team Japan. Hashimoto, Hasegawa,
Looks like
Sugano,
yeah, Sugano was getting his first minutes of the game.
and Kabatani getting his first minutes of the game against this Canadian old school high-low lineup. Lavoie able to beat Sugano on the far side. No, he must have hit the cone first. Turnover. Is this the first turnover we've had at the 4th quarter?
I believe so. I believe so, and yeah, it looked to me like Lavoie had enough room there on the cone, but good job by Sugano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The .5, Hasegawa to inbound in the corner here. Canada's denying them pretty well. Pico versus Hashimoto. Nice job to stop that inbound. It's much more difficult to inbound in the corner. You're unable to move. And
yeah, that was a good dome deny from the Canadians, and we see Japan use their last time out, and you know, some good resiliency shown there by the Canadians, able to force a timeout fresh off turning the ball over.
Still Japan ball. No time comes off the try clock, obviously, as the ball never came in. And this time Sugano's going to go over and inbound in the corner. Hits Kabatani on the far side, who moves it ahead to Hashimoto. He's able to score the try for Team Japan, and score is 39-43 with 5:03 to go in the game. Hirschfield finds Whitehead. Ahead to Lavoie, surrounded by 3 Japanese defenders. So Whitehead pops it quickly to Hirschfield. 44-39, 4:51 to go in the game. Sugano Kabatane, defended by Whitehead. Back to Sugano. Whitehead is there again.
Oh, Whitehead with a good strip
up
there at the half-court line, and he'll wheel in for the try. It's not the first time he's done that, and I'm sure it won't be the last.
No. Yeah, nice job, nice effort by Whitey, not giving up on the play, and creates the turnover. Hashimoto finds Kabatane, scores his first try of the game.
Nice answer there by the Japanese team.
Hirschfield to a wide open Lavoie, heads into some traffic and pops it ahead to Whitehead. 1-on-1 versus Sugano, class 2. And Whitehead attacks his back, finds Hirschfield, costs Hashimoto $5 for a new tube. Canada scores.
Yeah, you could. We could hear that tire blow from here, and we'll see the Japanese equipment staff coming out here to help Hashimoto get a new tire.
So 4:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Canada ahead by 6. However, it is Japan's ball, so they should be able to pull back within 5. No timeouts for either team. Kabatani gets the ball deep.
And a nice inbound there from the Japanese team, and nobody was covering over the top for the Canadians, and it's an easy goal for Japan.
Okay, ball comes into Lavoie, moves ahead to Whitehead, who's won again 1-on-1 versus Sugano again. Nice recovery by Hashimoto, but there's Hirschfield wide open on the far side, and Canada regains its 6-try lead. Sugano to inbound.
Looks like we have a contact warning here on Canada's number 10, but as I mentioned, it's the first warning of the second half, so no penalty awarded.
Hashimoto wide open, accelerates to pick up that ball before the 10 seconds count expires, and Japan scores quickly, which is what they need to do if they're going to have any chance to get back in this game, trailing by 6 according to the scoreboard right now. And now 5. Whitehead gets the ball over half, guarded by Hashimoto. Moves the ball to Lavoie. And there's Hirschfield again on the far side, scoring his second try in a row, unofficially.
Officially, second try in a row.
Sugano, Hashimoto, a little bit of space. 1-on-1 versus Whitehead. Gets the ball over half. Met by Hirschfield. Canada's back in their key. Hashimoto attacks Lavoie's side. Nice job by the .5 there, Hasegawa, to make sure there was enough room for Hashimoto to score on the far cone.
Yeah, good corner seal there.
Ball comes into Whitehead, who hooks it to Lavoie. Lavoie looking up. Hirschfield's not open for the first time in a little while. Lavoie is able to get the ball over half easily, and now scores the try for Canada, who still leads by 6 tries with 3:03 to go in the fourth. Sugano gets it to Hashimoto, guarded by Whitehead, who checks it off his lap, and 4 seconds into the 40-second try clock, Japan will have to inbound the ball again, and it looks like Japan is putting in 3 new players. Norimatsu Ike, and seeing his first action of this game, Shirakawa, number 44 for Team Japan. Ball comes into Ike and off the Canadian defender. Lavoie, I think, is in front of him. It's hard to see through everybody.
It's impressive by Lavoie. Ike, one of the tallest players in the world, but he was able to get his hand on the ball.
Low pointer, Hasegawa. Nice pass to Shirakawa with his first touch of the game. 1-on-1 versus Dagenet. He's able to advance the ball over half. Past the 2 Canadian Class 1s. However, Debley, who's now in the game, is able to be in the right position to receive that fumble by the Japanese high pointer, and Canada will look to extend their lead to 7.
Yeah, Dagenet able to get his pick in there and then swipe the ball off the lap right into the waiting arms of Debley.
Lavoie with the ball. Comes close side, now far side. Left, right. And is able to wheel in behind Dagenet. Canada's 50th try of the game. 2:21 to go in the game. And here's the turnover by Shirakawa. Nice job by Dagenet. One-man wrecking crew.
It's a savvy veteran move.
Not going to happen this time as Shirakawa scores his first try of the game. 6-try difference.
It's good to see the young player not fazed by the mistake. And we'll see a turnover here as Hirschfield unable to connect with any Canadian player, and Japan will get a chance to score here and try to shrink this lead.
Yeah, he was looking for Debley there, and a little bit of a miscommunication between the two, but I'm sure they'll get that sorted out as we move forward here. 2 minutes to go in the game, approximately. 21, Ike tries to crash through Dagenet and Debley unsuccessfully. However, it looks like there was a 4 in the key there, probably Lavoie to be the last one in. And he's going to head towards the penalty box. See if Japan scores quickly here. Ball into Ike. Trying to trap Lavoie in the box with the .5. It was successful last time they tried it. Norimatsu scores the try for Team Japan. And we're back to a 5-try game. Lavoie does call inbounder. Shirakawa guards Hirschfield on the give and go, but the ball comes into them anyway. Lavoie makes a quick move and gets around him. Now fast pass Ike. Angled off by Norimatsu, but finds Debley on the try line, and Canada extends their try lead to 6 again. Ball comes into Ike, looking to pass, puts it down, follows his picker up the court, gets a dribble in, finds Shirakawa over half. Dagenet looking for that ball again, unable to get it. Shirakawa finds Norimatsu on the far side. 1:18 to go in the game. Team's just managing it now. Debley past Shirakawa. 1-on-1 versus Ike. Lots of space, and sure enough moves the ball to Lavoie. Scores the try.
Good work here from both sides.
Ike up to Shirakawa versus Dagenet, and Debley got the picker to follow. Turns back at the center line and then hands the ball to Lavoie, who quickly calls the timeout that he doesn't have. That's going to maintain Japan's ball.
Yeah, Lavoie in a tough spot there. Caught the ball right on the half-court line with bodies around and tried to call the timeout, but that's what happens when you're out of timeouts.
Shirakawa, far side. Follows Norimatsu around Lavoie. Scores the try. 47.1 seconds to go. Lavoie to inbound. Sees Debley wide open over half. Debley, however, unfortunately is unable to secure that pass, and ball will roll off his hands and out of bounds, and Japan will have an opportunity to make it a 4-try game.
Yeah, trying to go for the deep pass there, but just unable to connect.
Ike, 1-on-1 versus Lavoie. Heads near side, gets over half. And around Debley, but met by Hirschfield, who stops his momentum, but there's Norimatsu. Scores the try. 4-try game, 30 seconds to go.
Good job by Ike there, getting himself out of a pickle.
Possibly the last inbound of the game here to Debley, who fumbles it a bit again, but is able to maintain possession. Starts working his way up the court. Gets it over half, gets his dribble in. 1-on-1 versus Ike. Dumps it off to Lavoie, who is going to score with 14.8 seconds to go.
Nice poise there from Debley.
And Norimatsu to Ike. Moving forward here. Getting low on time. Should be lots though, and splits the Canadian defense, sits on the goal line, and with 1.5 seconds to go, will score the last try of this game. Hirschfield works his way back and will just safely get the ball into one of the Canadian players. Finds Debley, and that'll do it. Final score, Canada 53, Japan 49. These two teams will meet again tomorrow in the gold medal game, which starts at 1 o'clock Pacific, and the bronze medal game between Denmark and Great Britain will start at 10:30 Pacific. We hope to see you there.
Yeah, you know, I think we, even though this game was, there was a little bit of a gap all game. I think that I'm expecting a much closer game come tomorrow, and I'm expecting both teams to come out ready to go tomorrow, and it should be a good one.
Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We hope you enjoyed the game. I'm Adam. That was Joel, and we'll see you tomorrow.
How you doing?
Zach, what a game! 50 Japan 5-0 in this Canada Cup.
You bet.
Were you expecting this?
I mean, we've been working real hard to get to this point, so I think that's just our hard work starting to pay off, and we're happy to pull off the wins and hopefully get another one against these guys tomorrow.
What do you think will work well over the past 3 days here in Richmond?
We've been fortunate. We all have a lot of depth on our team. We've got 10 players that have been able to see the court, I think, every game, and so just that team effort keeps everybody fresh, and it's really been a proper team effort.
And this evening, you had the confidence, of course, coming in with 4-0, but the Japanese team has been so good over the past couple of years. What was the strategy coming in against them?
We came in knowing that we had to stick to our game plan and execute properly, and I think we managed to do that tonight. We got to run a lot of our lineups and see what those looked like, and we got to see a lot of Japan's lineups. So it's a bit of a sneak peek of what we're going to see tomorrow afternoon, I think.
About 18 hours, 19 hours until gold medal game. Do you think this is it after 9th edition? Do you believe that this could be the day that Canada finally wins Canada Cup?
We're hoping so. We're going to put on a good show for the fans tomorrow and hopefully bring that cup home finally.
Well, all the best. Thank you, Zach, for
Thanks.
stopping by.
Have a great
Good
day.
luck tomorrow.
Take care, guys.
There you go.
There we go. Thank you.
Alors, fantastique, hein? Une belle confiance, une belle victoire pour Zach Madel. Vous l'avez vu, hein? C'est lui qui a pas mal compté la plupart des essais pour l'équipe canadienne, non seulement aujourd'hui, mais depuis le début de ce tournoi. C'est la grande vedette et on voit vraiment que l'équipe a travaillé fort, a mis énormément d'énergie et ce sont les meilleures équipes au monde. Et le Canada a remporté 5 victoires, 0 défaites. Demain, ce sera la médaille d'or pour le match, bien sûr, de la médaille d'or à 13h, heure de l'Est, contre les Japonais, encore une fois. Alors, 53-49 pour terminer ce tournoi préliminaire et le Canada tentera de remporter sa première médaille d'or à la Coupe Canada. So, this is it for the round robin tournament. Tomorrow, Canada has a chance to win their first gold medal at Canada Cup in their 9th edition, and they will play again Japan, and like Zach said, I think the next 18 hours will be to try to stick to the plan, not losing that focus, but it looks quite good. They are quite happy. Oh, we actually have Coach Patrick with us. Let's have Coach Pat coming in. Patrick, Coach Pat, 5 victoires, 0 défaite à ce tournoi. Comment le tournoi préliminaire ça s'est passé pour votre équipe jusqu'à présent?
Ça serait difficile d'avoir eu un meilleur tournoi préliminaire. Très content de notre match aujourd'hui. On n'avait pas joué le Japon depuis l'été dernier, donc on voulait avoir un bon début de match, voir on se mesurait comment à eux. Je pense qu'on a une bonne idée de quel genre de match qu'on va avoir demain, mais on s'attend de quoi quand même plus serré.
Puis qu'est-ce qu'on fait là? Il reste à peu près 19 heures. Qu'est-ce que tu vas dire à tes joueurs pour garder le focus et pas avoir trop de confiance non plus pour la finale de demain?
Non, mais il faut quand même célébrer le moment. On n'avait pas battu le Japon, si je ne me trompe pas, depuis 2016, peut-être même 2015. Donc, il faut quand même saisir ce moment-là. Il faut aller se reposer, puis demain, on va retourner, on va regarder le clip du match aujourd'hui, puis on va apprendre de quelques petites erreurs, vraiment comprendre là où on a créé nos revirements surtout, puis partir avec ça pour demain.
Anything that you can comes to your mind that you think, okay, we need to adjust that for tomorrow, that even though you won, that you know that we need to make that adjustment?
Well, our defense feeds off how aggressive we're on offense, and on quite a few occasions in the first half, late in the second quarter, we pulled out and we had to face key defense. So we're going to look at that and make sure that we attack when we have numbers, so 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s to score quick and take advantage of our defensive transition. So that's going to be the major adjustment for tomorrow.
Do you think this could be the first gold medal for Canada at Canada Cup?
We're working for that, Dan.
Okay, well, all the best, Patrick. Thank you for stopping by. So this is it. Good night, Canada. We will be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific time and 4 p.m. Eastern for Canada against Japan for the gold medal game, but we will also be live for the bronze medal game at 10:30 Pacific, 1:30 Eastern time, and it will be Great Britain against Denmark. See you tomorrow.